Welcome back to Beyond the Sidelines. I am Kate Chadoga, your host, followed by George and Will. All right, All-Star Weekend just wrapped up. Team LeBron won 157 to 155. It's pretty exciting at the end. It felt like a Game 7 kind of.
It did have a good vibe to it.
There was a new format. You had to win the quarters and a bunch of others. So I don't know the whole format. I just know the target score was 157, and obviously Team LeBron.
And you had to score. It was 24 points in the fourth quarter. It was the 24 points. It was something involving 24 points.
24, Kobe?
No, you play to the third quarter, and then whoever's the highest score, 24 plus the highest score in that quarter, which was 157, means you had to play to that because obviously 24 was Kobe's number. Yeah. So you had to play to, 157. And Team Giannis had
155.
Yeah, 155.
No, that's not. It's not what I was going to say. Please wait until I say before I say it, or else you're going to, screw up again. No, Team Giannis' score was 130. 133.
At the start of the fourth quarter?
Yeah, at the start of the fourth quarter, Giannis' score was 133, and they had to get 24 points. That turned into 157. So that's what, and they were leading at the time. So that's why that's how they planned it out.
That makes sense.
I know they said they're going to keep that for the next coming years, so that should be exciting to see. All right, moving on for our topics. This is a big one. I do believe this is true. Was Aaron Gordon robbed again in the NBA dunk contest, George?
Yes.
I also agree with that.
Yeah, he dunked over Taco Fall and Scottie Pippen and Dwayne Wade, and I think it was Common that gave him 9s when he dunked over a guy who's 7'5".
I think it was.
He did.
I heard D Wade's fault, but.
He did bump him a little bit, but he's 7'5", and he almost cleared his head.
Yeah, it's hard to jump 7 foot 3.
And I think that they shouldn't have let Dwayne Wade be a judge because he was teammates with Derrick Jones. Mm-hmm. And the dunk contest judges need to be fixed.
Yeah, it needs to be at least fans, right?
Fans or former winners or people that actually know what they're doing. Chadwick Boseman and Common were up there, and Candace Parker, who's probably dunked. She can dunk, I bet, but she isn't the flashy dunker that Aaron Gordon is.
You know, a good way to do it, you can do it through social media. You can but
then you have bots and stuff, so you're kind of already screwed there too.
Like MVPs for games, like Super Bowl MVP or.
That wasn't voted by fans. I mean, they had a fan vote, but that didn't mean anything.
Like that, okay, but like that similar format where you just where they do the dunks and then they're not scored, but it's just. They put a survey out there, or like an internet survey.
Right, but do you understand how many bots can get hacked and how?
Or maybe an app. Maybe they can make an app instead of
I don't think
like Twitter or something. I don't know. Maybe a different type of way can be scored next.
Or maybe they just shouldn't rob Aaron Gordon. Maybe they shouldn't just rob Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. All right. Something similar though. How can the Pro Bowl change its format to be like the All-Star game, be more entertaining? I'll come with you, George.
I think it's tough because you don't want with basketball. There's a very small, how hard you play, doesn't mean like the other team is going to get hurt more. I mean, you're just kind of going out and you're having fun. It's easier to go out and play a game of basketball than it is to get on a shoulder pads and helmet and all that kind of stuff and play a game of football without trying to hurt anybody. This is why it's hard for offensive linemen and defensive linemen to show out in the Pro Bowl. Yeah. Because you don't really want to hit anybody too hard and get injured. I mean, you don't want to have injuries in the Pro Bowl game. I think I'm really not sure. Maybe it needs to be a 7-on-7 instead. And maybe what I think is instead of having a full Pro Bowl game, a 7-on-7, and then maybe a lineman challenge where you go one-on-ones with each other, and whoever wins gets a point. If the AFC defender beats the NFC offensive lineman, then the AFC gets a point, or something like that, something to that effect.
Would that be like
rather than a football game? Because A, it's hard to watch the Pro Bowl because nobody's trying, and B, you don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah. Like it literally felt like Game 7 out there for the All-Star game, and it feels like not even a preseason game during the Pro Bowl. So.
Because at least in the preseason, people are fighting for jobs.
That's true. Yeah, in Pro Bowl, you're fighting just for.
You're not fighting for anything. You're there because you have a contract. Those guys are there for being a first-time Pro Bowler, or it's in your contract.
Yeah.
And if you get a bonus. The way to change the Pro Bowl or to make it better don't keep it consolidated to one place. Move it around like the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game moves every year, and that will make it so that more people will want to show up. And then add like how the All-Star Game has the dunk contest, All-Star Weekend has the dunk contest and the three-point contest. Do something, find challenges that you can do.
They have skills challenges and all that kind of stuff.
They have skills challenges, but it's just part of the overall skills challenge. Make make it so that it's certain different skills that are being highlighted, not just an overall skills challenge.
Well, it's hard to do because you're only gonna, in basketball, look, Giannis can play all 5 positions. In basketball, you can take one player and he can lead his team to a championship.
Yeah, but
in football,
you don't see
if you have a quarterback let's say you're Patrick Mahomes, if you have 4th graders playing offensive line and like 2 infants playing receivers,
he'd still be able to get away. He's Patrick Mahomes.
And then you have 11 grown men coming at you full speed.
Yeah. He's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I don't care how good Patrick Mahomes is. I don't care how good even Lamar Jackson is. Nobody's getting away from that. So, I think football is a more team sport where basketball is a more personnel, or like a person-oriented sport. Because if Giannis played 1-on-5 with like 4 infants, like he could still dominate.
Yeah. I feel like if you put Giannis and maybe 4 Isaiah Thomases around him, he could probably still win a few games there and drop maybe 50.
Yeah, another thing that they could do is like find a way to incorporate like a sort of Rising Stars game where you take like the 1st, the 5th, and the 6th round picks and the 7th round picks and put them on the team against the 2nd and 3rds because that
or just all the rookies.
But you have to divide it.
It would have the same effect as the regular Pro Bowl game where it's boring and nobody's really playing for a spot.
But it would be if they did it this year, or if they did it, it would be more of to get people to watch it. Which is the whole point of these games.
Yeah, but if the game is boring, if the rookie game is boring, who's watching the Pro Bowl? Because it's just like it's still going to be boring. The problem is that basketball All-Star Game is basketball, and the football Pro Bowl is with football.
And for football, you can make it not the game is the end. The game is the end, but no one likes. So what you do is you make everything else before it. Like you can do non-contact skills challenges. Like you can do who can catch. Like it's like catches. Like who can throw. Like for the dunk contest, like a catching contest. Like who can do like the coolest one-hand catch.
They already have that.
No, but it's not like it's not you. It's like how Aaron Gordon got to design his own dunks, but you get to design your own catches and how you're going to move and how you're going to catch it. Like something like that, I think would be super interesting.
Yeah, but everybody can catch football.
But it's like who can catch it the flashiest.
Not everybody can dunk a basketball. Yeah. That's your problem there.
It's the flashiest catch contest.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
I think a way a Pro Bowl can change is just maybe follow like the NBA. Like maybe get the 2 quarterbacks from a conference. They be the captains. They pick the team. Kind of like how it was with like Team Rice, Team Irvin.
Yeah.
I know not really everybody liked that, but that's because they were coached. Maybe if you change it up and have like the players do like LeBron and Giannis, then it can be a little more interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe they can be something they can decide in the future. Or they can do something like I guess I'm ripping Madden, but there's house rules like you get a point for every 15 yards you get.
Yeah.
Or a point every 50 yards you get, or every first down you get, something like that. Maybe you can check it up like that instead of touchdowns and field goals.
Yeah. So like turn it into like a gimmick kind of.
Yeah, type of thing. I don't know if they'll try it, but it might be a little more interesting than watching the same football game you've been watching the whole season.
It looks
but just way boring.
Like Timber Creek football, but with professionals.
Exactly.
And
or you can do it like Timber Creek players care about playing Timber Creek football. The Pro Bowl players don't care.
The Pro Bowl is the players are mostly voted in there by the fans, right? So if you take the highest fan votes from each conference, you could do it just like the NBA. Not just quarterbacks, the highest fan votes, because that I think is what makes the All-Star game better. Is the highest fan vote, not that they're both.
The fan vote in the NBA doesn't mean anything either, right? You know that Alex Caruso and Taco Fall were both high people up in the fan vote.
The fan vote determines the starters. The coaches determine the backups.
Right. Alex Caruso was a starter in the vote, so wasn't
he was
Taco
actually
Fall.
One out.
Taco Fall was.
Oh wow.
So
I would have loved to see Taco Fall just like over like Joel Embiid.
Right.
Yes.
So the fan again, and then you also have the problem with bots and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I don't know. New things to come probably, or hoping new things to come because I'm tired of watching that Pro Bowl and boring. And like I do, they need to move it to different places. Like I think a good place, like big market places like Dallas or New York. I know it's kind of cold up there in February, so we'll have to see. Like Florida's like the most like good place.
Like when they did it in Hawaii, everybody not everybody, but it was more interesting in Hawaii because it was Hawaii. You got to see all the culture in Hawaii. You got to see everything about Hawaii. But now that it's in Orlando, it's raining every time.
Yeah, they got lucky this year. It didn't rain.
It's literally rained up to this year like 4 years in a row.
Yeah. All right, we move on. What are your guys' thoughts on Myles Garrett being reinstated? I don't know if maybe George's opinion early.
I think his reinstatement is fine. I think that his reinstatement should be determined upon if he lied about the racial slur. Because if he did end up lying about that, meaning that people took his side, took pity on him, and people understand. But if it find out that Mason Rudolph really did say a racial slur, then you understand. You give Myles Garrett that's now he's off the hook. But other than that, like if Myles Garrett was lying, then you should be reinstated because then you're hitting a player for nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that motive is a big deal because if you think about it, like. There's a difference in the justice system. There's a difference between manslaughter and murder. Murder means you had a motive and you wanted to kill this person. Like if I wanted to take an axe and go kill Will because it's Will, that's motive. And I'm getting really close to doing that soon. And if I just run over Cage with my car, that's not motive.
What about
that's manslaughter.
Accidentally running over the car.
Accidentally.
No, you fell off the car. That's not my fault.
Okay.
Or like maybe you were driving and I slipped.
And something walks in front of you and you don't see it because there's a semi truck right here. That's manslaughter. But if I walk up to Cage while he was crossing the crosswalk and gunned it, that's murder.
Right.
Yeah, that's murder. Yeah.
So I really think it's based upon motive. And from everything that I've seen, I know I may be a little bit biased here, but there have been, they have mics all on the field. There's almost nothing that's not mic'd up. So if something was said, it would have been on audio. He has black linemen that were fighting for him during the play, and he is a black head coach that is denying everything Myles Garrett is saying. And we've known Mike Tomlin to kick people out and to make sure his players are doing the right thing before he goes and defends them. So I don't think in any way, shape, or form Mason Rudolph said anything wrong. And I believe that Myles Garrett is just trying to get some pity from a specific community, so it makes him not look like somebody who tried to murder somebody with a helmet. Yeah.
Okay. So. I understand where you're coming from with can it be proven, but he said that he heard it. And sometimes I hear things that aren't there too. Like when people are talking and yes, I'm okay. I don't hear voices, but sometimes I misinterpret things.
Right, but you can't misinterpret that.
Maybe it's what he wanted to hear.
No, because he specifically said there's no way. He definitely said it. If he said, well, I heard it, I don't know where it came from. I thought it may have come from him, it may have come from somewhere else.
Maybe
something like that. If he was a little bit more like, hey, maybe this happened, maybe I just heard it, I don't know exactly. No, Mason Rudolph said it, and that's why I attacked him with it. Yeah, I'm gonna call BS on that. There's no question, because then if you hear it, you don't always know. When you hear a voice or when you hear somebody call for you, do you know who it's from? Do you ever?
Most of the time. Mostly because when people are calling for me, it's either my mom or my dad.
Right. But when you think that you hear something, do you know who it's from?
Sometimes. I mean, most of the time, but there's times
How do you not?
Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, who's that? And I turn around, and okay, that's who it is,
Well, exactly, but you can't. But he is saying that this person specifically said it.
Yeah.
You are like, well, you turn around. Well, who said that?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is because Myles Garrett specifically said it was definitely Mason Rudolph, and it could have been no one else, and everything is mic'd up in the game and all that kind of stuff. I don't think he should be reinstated if it finds out that he was not telling the truth. I think he should be gone for another year.
I think that no matter what, he was going to get reinstated, and you're not going to keep a player that's that good out of the NFL because Goodell doesn't know how to punish people.
We're not talking about whether Goodell was going to make the right decision or not. We're talking about what is the right decision.
The right decision would be to let him back in. It was one time he got 6 games on. Freddie Kitchens was his coach. I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Somebody, if I took off my helmet right now and hit you in the head.
Mason Rudolph came at him.
It doesn't matter. Mason Rudolph came at him because he kept saying stuff to him. And you get a fight all the time, a 1 or 2 game suspension. I believe that Mason Rudolph should have gotten a 1 or 2 game suspension. He took a weapon And he attacked another player and maliciously attacked another player, another person, another human. If I took a baseball bat and smacked you in the head right now, I would be arrested.
Yes, you would.
So why is it not the same?
Because one, his job is literally to punch people.
No, it's not literally to punch people. It's defined within the rules. That is nowhere in the rules. Therefore, it should be a punishable offense. And if he's lying to get right, but if he's lying to get out of it, then like if you lie in court, if I hit you with a baseball bat and then I lied in court saying, well, he called me a cracker, and that's why I hit him with a baseball bat, and then it's found out that he didn't hit me with a cracker and I'm under oath. Therefore, I'm going to get more punished because I lied under oath.
Well, because I didn't hit you with a cracker, I hit you with a baseball bat.
I didn't hit you with a cracker. I'm saying you said cracker, and that's why I hit you with a baseball bat.
Okay. I think it's the right move.
I disagree.
You're just saying that because you don't want Mason Rudolph to get sacked again.
I don't care. Mason Rudolph can die. I don't really. I mean, like literally. But the fact that he lied, that he did it and then lied about something.
I don't think he thinks he's lying because I think he thinks he heard it.
But he obviously is if it is found that he did not say it. And there's been no evidence said that he's saying it. And there has been multiple evidence saying that Mason Rudolph didn't say it. And Myles Garrett is making this up to make him look better.
Maybe. I think that...
So you're wrong.
You can't say that you've never heard something that someone didn't say, but you heard it, and you heard it wrong.
But if I would have heard it, I wouldn't know who was saying it. I would have turned around and say, "Hey, who said that?" No, Myles Garrett. If Myles Garrett would have said, "Well, hey, I said I heard a racial slur, and I thought it was coming from that area of the field. I don't know exactly who it is, and I just got mad. I understand." No, he's saying that Mason Rudolph specifically said it, and he heard it, and he saw it come out of his mouth, so he attacked him. But obviously, nothing has come close to proving that Mason Rudolph said that. Therefore, he is lying. If somebody called me a cracker and I didn't know who it was, I'm not going to go hit Will with a baseball bat because, well, I heard somebody say cracker. I'm going to take a smart guess here. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. So he's lying.
I don't think that he thinks he's lying. I think he thinks he's in.
But you don't think that you think that you think that you think. No, you know or you don't know. If you're saying that you heard it, then I understand. Then you can take a guess. If I heard it, well, I think I heard it. I may be wrong. No, he is specifically saying that this person said it at this specific time, and there's been no proof to say that anybody has said it like that. Therefore, he cannot be telling the truth if he knows who said it, when he said it, and where he said it, and that dude did not say it, when he said it, where he said it. So then you're wrong. So then Myles Garrett is wrong.
I think he should get a 6-game suspension. With that, we're going to move on to the next topic.
I like that plan.
Where will Tom Brady end up? L.A., Oakland, or New England?
Boston.
Wrong.
Boston.
The real question to go with this is he going somewhere to win more championships, or is he going somewhere to where he can make the most bank? Because if he's going somewhere to make the most money...
I don't think... So Tom Brady, he already has a wife. She makes more money than him.
Yep.
Yes.
I think he has 6 rings. He's gonna go for winning it.
Yeah, he's gonna want to win another championship, and therefore he's going back to Boston. He's not going to Vegas. Him and Gruden would never work out. Just because Vegas wants him doesn't mean that Vegas is gonna get him. I would love if the Red Sox didn't trade Mookie Betts, but the Red Sox did trade Mookie Betts. So my want doesn't mean anything. Okay, the fact is that the only 2 viable options are the Chargers and in New England, and he is so loved with the Patriots. Robert Kraft, I think it would tarnish Robert Kraft's reputation if he let him go. There is no way the New England Patriots let Tom Brady go, and I don't think he wants to go to the Chargers because of all the Chargers, bad habits. They just have terrible habits, and it's not just Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is not the only problem. The fact that they don't have much of an offensive line. The fact that they're still missing a good amount of linebackers, a good corner, and they have some edge rushers, but nobody inside. They're missing a couple weapons. They are, they might have to let go of Hunter Henry this season. It is very in free agency. Yeah, I think that especially with all the Patriots having 23rd pick, which is one of the best picks that they've had in a while. If they're gonna have chances just to retool a little bit, and if they get some wide receivers, they get an offensive lineman and a tight end. It's retooled, and New England's ready to win their 7th championship.
I see where you're coming from, but I think that Brady's gonna leave because last year he's been taking a pay cut his whole career, and last year Belichick didn't put anything around him. Yes, they went 13-3, but that. So
obviously Belichick did put stuff around him. He put a top 5 defense around him, and and they drafted a wide receiver in the 1st round that they put around him.
So he didn't.
The one they're missing was just that one big weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
They
needed a couple weapons and a lineman. If they get that, then they can easily win another championship.
If they would have kept AB, they would have.
Yeah, exactly, and they tried. If they were one AB away from winning a championship.
Wow.
Well, one AB away is pretty.
Well,
pretty big.
Would you rather have a championship?
Two,
I agree.
Above level receivers. You know what I mean?
Would you rather have a championship or have people want to play for you?
I'd rather have a championship.
Yeah, but
no, I'd rather have a championship because a championship will last forever. People liking you is only going to last while you're alive. Legacy is more important than people liking you.
Okay.
It's about the legacy.
I have a great legacy.
It hit different a little bit, George.
That hit my soul.
George, you giving us a little pep talk before game? I'm ready to run through a brick wall now.
2 more quarters.
I think he'll stay in Boston. I would like him to come to Vegas or LA so Kansas City can whoop that butt 2 times a year.
I would like to see him go to Dallas.
Dallas, that'd be huge, especially because it's a big market and we live.
He's not coming to Dallas,
but he's not coming here. There's no way. Jerry Jones is not doing that.
Yeah, Jerry Jones.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll move on to more football. The new NFL schedule was proposed. It would be a 17-game schedule with a 7th seed being added to their already 6th seed. It wouldn't be an extra game in the regular season. It would take away one from the preseason. So it'd be 3 preseason games, 17 season games. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
I like it. I think that more games in the NFL is going to produce more stuff, and the NFL season is the least amount of season in all of the 4 major sports. So I mean, baseball has literally from it's almost started. It's going to start March, late March, early April, right? And it go all the way through to November. That's what they have 5 months off, maybe 4 months off, something like that. Because spring training is now; it's already started. Basketball goes from they have summer league. So they have some stuff in the summer.
And summer league is right after the finals, too.
And then it starts from October to July, meaning they have August, September, and then
they have summer break.
Again. They basically have a quick summer break, and then it's right back. Yep. The NFL goes from August to February, and then they have March, April, May, June, July, August, and then August.
August is preseason. So
and August is preseason. Yeah. So if you're really waiting for real football, it's 7 months. Yeah. I think adding adding that extra game is really going to help out some, some players. Some players, it's going to be and everybody hates the preseason. Literally everybody hates the preseason. So taking away a preseason game, adding regular season game. Now the only thing I would do is I would also add a 2nd bye week because people are going to be really tired after 17 games. You're already seeing the injuries and stuff.
No, I didn't miss a bye week in the playoffs. I was like, what? But for 14.
Actual. So 2 bye weeks in the regular season, meaning it is a 19-week season.
Okay.
And then you have the playoffs.
I would say I see where you're coming from with the 19. I would say since it's a 17 game, it's 17 games now. Just add the other one because of the bye. Because 2 bye weeks, we have 2 bye weeks, but with 17 games, you can just actually. Yeah, I do see where you're coming from. I agree with everything you said, but the format for the bye week should be you have to have 1 before week 9 and 1.
Yeah, exactly. You need to have 1 in the first half of the season and 1 in the second half of the season.
Before
and then I like
15.
adding another team in the playoffs. I think that.
I
think that gives that would have put the Rams and the Steelers in the playoffs last year.
Yes.
Which I think that the Steelers could have completed with the top defense and the Rams being the returning champions going back. You realize that over half of the NBA goes to the playoffs.
Not my half or your half.
Unfortunately. Shut up, Cage. But no, over half of the NBA goes to the playoffs. So I think that, and that leads to more fan interest, and you get to take pride in making the playoffs, and there are more teams that get to make the playoffs, and it makes it more interesting, rather than one team running like the San Francisco 49ers did, getting a one seed and then running through the entire playoffs of the Super Bowl. Yeah. This allows for more interesting teams, more interesting storylines, more interesting matchups, like a 2 seed. Imagine if a 7 seed beat a 2 seed. That'd be right. That'd be wild, right? Yeah. So I think that would be. I think it should even maybe be expanded to 8 teams on each side, making exactly half of the NFL go to the playoffs, and the bottom half of the NFL stays back. So that would mean, and then you don't have any bye weeks. You have 1 versus 8, 2 versus 6, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5, just like the NBA does.
I think if you were to do that, if you were to have eight teams in there, that probably means you probably would have to add another. Either add another week to the playoffs, or you just add more games into the wild card and more games to the divisional.
No, I think you add another round of the playoffs.
And then you definitely have 2 bye weeks in the season.
Yeah, and then you have 2 bye weeks, and then maybe you take away another preseason game. And the other thing you could also do is there are expansion teams you can add. There are so many
willing markets.
Yeah, so many willing markets. You think about Oregon. How flashy is Oregon football? the college, Oregon, right?
Alabama.
Oregon football, Alabama, San Antonio, right? You have all,
Florida has 3 teams, and none of them made the playoffs.
Right, but I'm not talking about moving. I'm talking about just straight up expansion teams. Yeah. I'm talking about, maybe places in the middle. Nebraska is a
Central America, a Central American team.
Yeah.
That would have, I think that would have
maybe go back to St. Louis. I don't know.
Yeah, another team in St. Louis.
There's the stadium sitting over waiting for somebody. So
yeah, a team in Pittsburgh, or not? I'm talking about that would be a basketball team in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh already is a football.
Yeah,
that's not bad. But there are a bunch of untapped markets. Maybe a Utah team. You see, Jazz has actually a surprising amount of fans.
And I saw that because Utah, the Jazz was the only pro team in Utah, so they love the Jazz.
Yeah, they love the Jazz. And Salt Lake City is a huge city.
Yeah. Or maybe what we do is we do what the NBA did with the Raptors, and put a team that's right on the border but still Canadian.
Yeah,
I think that would be.
Although I don't know how rabid people are going to get. Baseball is more universal. Basketball is more universal.
Yeah, but
and soccer and all that kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
Hockey is more universal. Football is really in America.
Yeah, I mean they have the CFL, and I think that incorporating the NFL into Canada would just because they could get behind it.
I don't know how many fans.
It'd be an experiment.
It'd be an experiment. I understand it would be an experiment, but I don't know if it'd be a good experiment.
Like the only.
I think a team in Mexico would actually be better. I think a team.
When you're playing Madden and you relocate your team.
Right, but we're not talking about Madden. We're talking about actual stuff.
Yeah.
So, but you have the Mexico City games, or maybe it's how many fans go to the game in London every year?
And
go to the couple games in London every year. It's almost always packed.
I know London loves that.
So yeah, why not put a team in London?
With the new 17-game season, the Jaguars are, since their owner owns the stadium that they play in, the Jaguars have, when that happens, the Jaguars will play 2 a year over in London.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so they'll play 2.
Okay.
I think the close team to move you over would be the Jaguars.
But we're not talking. I'm talking about.
Can I bring this all in? This is what it's good for. It helps the cap, which is really good for players who want to make more money, and it helps NFL ratings, which are already the highest in sports, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Highest in sports in America.
American sports, yes.
Yes.
But
obviously soccer.
And then they're just going to keep going up because football is more fun to watch.
Exactly. When you expand, you can get all that kind of stuff. And I think expansion would really help the NFL keep growing into a larger, and then you start to have teams in different places.
Every 10 years, just find a way to incorporate a new team. And it'll give you publicity for a couple of years to say, how's this team doing? And then 10 years later, another team. But you can't go too far. Yeah. So.
You could also add another team in San Diego, too. Now I think about it.
San Diego wants a team back.
Yeah,
they hate being Spanos.
So, but other than that, I really think that there is a large gap for the NFL to start changing in the next decade. I think that the 2020 to 2030 is really going to be an NFL change decade, and then it's going to kind of stay there for the next 20, 30 years.
When we get that's how it has been.
When we get when the NFL gets a new commissioner, and a progressive-minded commissioner that'll just have forward-thinking thoughts, the NFL will become one of the greatest.
I don't know if the NFL is going to get Adam Silver. because
they're not going to get an Adam Silver, but like
the Adam
someone that has
Adam
the
Silver
ideas.
is exactly what I think the NFL needs.
Yes, he would come in and he would help reformat the Pro Bowl, I would assume. He would come in and he'd just make the NFL better.
Because the
like
NBA has grown so much under Adam Silver, who I would say is the best commissioner in sports.
Yes, he is. He knows how to discipline people.
I think that having somebody like that, having somebody who maybe has come from his staff or something like that, come from a place of, it doesn't even have to be the commissioner. Somebody just coming from the NBA who can pick Adam Silver's mind on different things, coming over to the NFL, I think would be a great thing for the league, just because, hey, this league's doing really growing expansion-wise and all that kind of stuff. Well, maybe we should take a couple things from this league and put it into our league and that kind of stuff.
And an international, and just right on the border. That's like how the Raptors are. Toronto's right on the border, just like a right on the border team. What I think is could help the NFL.
Although I also think because the NFL plays only one game a week, I think that going farther is more of an option for the NFL than it is for others. Because if you're going, MLB plays a game almost every night. They only get like one off game a week. So having to fly all the way to London,
two in a day,
right? So you can't fly all the way to London and then come back. That's going to be
that's why the 2-bye week system makes sense.
And have a game the next day.
You're talking about that. I was like what if Jaguars had a Thursday or had a Sunday game?
Oh yeah.
And then maybe they have the London game on Thursday night, which I don't think they would do that for scheduling.
You just couldn't do that for scheduling. The NFL would have to be smarter than that.
On the Jaguars, they're playing 2 consecutive games in London and then coming back.
Okay.
Sorry,
that makes sense.
I don't think anybody cares, but keep going.
Cool. Moving on.
All right. Out of the football topics, we're going on. I think George has something to say about this. Astros got dunked on in a press conference about the cheating scandal. George, you can free your mind about that.
They deserve everything that's coming towards them. That's really all I have to say. Aaron Judge has already talked about it. Mike Trout's already put some great stuff on it. The Astros have everything coming towards them, and if the Red Sox having them say that they did the same thing, then I believe that even though it's my team, I think if the Red Sox should not have won that championship, then if the Red Sox cheated for the championship, I think that they should be treated the exact same way. I think that bigger sanctions should have been put on the Astros. I mean, they won to win a championship. They cheated to win a championship.
Yeah.
I don't think there is any worse thing you can do in sports. You think about the Black Sox scandal, where they cheated to help the other team win a championship. Those guys will never be in the Hall of Fame. Those guys will be all that kind of stuff. I think Altuve's MVP trophy should be stripped, and I think that I don't know what you do with that. Maybe you don't have a 2017 Astros championship, and if Boston was the same way, Boston gets their 2018 championship taken away as well.
If it does come out that Boston did cheat, will you wear a bag over your head for an episode?
No.
Darn. But the Astros do deserve everything that's coming for them. You can't cheat and get caught unless you're Bill Belichick and get away with it.
Okay.
But Bill Belichick's legacy has been tarnished just as much.
Yeah, but he makes up for it by not cheating and winning championships. Or not getting caught cheating and winning championships.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
All right. Now time for America's favorite game, trivia.
It's not my favorite game. I have to leave.
He's playing this guy.
Oh, I am?
You're not leaving today, bud. So, and I like to do this. 3 seconds, you're going to see me here, George there, Will here. Ready?
If he beats me, I'm going to get a rematch next week. If I beat him, he's gone.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it is, because my winning streak is just unmatched. So.
What is this, Kahoot, with our answer streaks?
Winning streak. It's like.
All right, before we go, I just got a notification saying, should Casey sign Austin Eckler to offer sheet?
Ooh, that's actually.
I like that.
I never thought of that. That's actually.
But that could also be playing the Chargers, because if they want him back that much, they're going to have to sign that offer sheet plus try and re-sign Melvin Gordon, and they're going to lose one of them.
They're going to lose one of them and
They're going to lose one of them, and that's a great. So even if Casey doesn't even want him that much, but they're just making them do that so that LA signs the offer sheet to get less cap room than they already have. That's a great move by the Chiefs. I really do like that. It's just a smart move, and even if they don't end up getting him.
And if the Chargers decide to go with Eckler, Gordon's going to have to leave, and I think that Gordon would work really well with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He's a receiving back.
You're telling me we're up to no good. You're telling me we're going back to back? All right.
Back to back.
All right.
Whatever. All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to trivia, everybody.
I'm here.
I wish you weren't. Just kidding. I'm actually glad because you're Probably Georgia's best
competition.
Not even close.
I almost beat you in the
I
Super
would
Bowl.
rather take Regan over you. Regan would be better at trivia than you are.
Dang.
That's a stretch.
Not gonna
lie.
That's an insult.
If Regan is watching this, I apologize, but
I think
that's a big stretch.
She might hear us in the other room. She can't. Well then.
I still say sorry, but it's a stretch.
All right. You know the rules. You ask him a question, answer right, 1 point. If he doesn't, he gets
When you say we know the rules, that means you can start.
It's true.
Like,
this second time, so make sure you know the rules, right?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Remember last year you got a bang, right? If you don't think I saw your hand first, you can challenge it afterwards.
challenge.
Yeah, you guys know.
We need to get red flags.
All right. Question 1. George, what was the target score in the NBA All-Star game?
157.
That is correct. Starting off easy. All right. 1-0. 1-0 George goes to Will. 2. What is the largest mammal?
Largest mammal?
Yes.
It is. Hold on. I know this.
We got 10 seconds.
Is it an elephant?
No.
A whale.
A whale is correct.
A whale is a mammal?
You don't learn biology?
I watched enough Wild Kratts. I should have known this.
All right, it's 2-0 George. And it's going back to George. Number 3. How far away is spring break?
See, spring break would start technically on March 7th would be the first Saturday. The first Monday is March 9th of spring break. So if today is the 20th, it should be 9 because it's a leap year. 18 days away.
So give me.
On Monday, so 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
I said 2 weeks. You said 2 weeks first, so I'll give you that one. Sorry. 3-0 George. All right.
Technically, he said 18 days first, but whatever.
Well, it rounds. It's break middle. You know what? George, you get the point. All right. Number 4.
Now I'm down.
Number 4.
By 3 points.
But it is 18 days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm
So
saying
I was
because
right anyway.
No, I'm saying because 18 minus 4 is 14. 18 plus 4 is 24, which would be.
Yeah. No, it'd be 3 days, which would be 3 weeks. So that's why I said 2.5 weeks, because that's in between.
But you said 2 weeks and 2 hours, so I'll give you the first answer.
2,
All right,
2.
whatever. Question 4, going to you. What is the loudest animal on the planet?
That's not my sister's.
Okay.
Loudest animal on the planet? That's a great question. Why is he getting all the easy questions?
I guarantee he doesn't know this one either.
The loudest animal on the planet is Anthony George.
No.
Is the lion.
No.
Whatever.
It is a sperm whale.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because they
What
used
is it with you and whales today?
I don't know. I just.
echolocation.
I was
Or
looking
echo
up.
I'll show you some echolocation.
All right, so it's 3-0. It's going back to George. Number 5. Name a planet in our solar system without moons. There's two of them. You can name one.
Venus.
Yes, that's one of them. You know the one. I want you a point for it, but
Isn't it Mercury?
it's Mercury. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 4-0, George. You got to catch up to do. Don't worry, you can still do it. All right.
Call it a comeback.
6. This is the easiest question ever answer. What color is my car?
Black.
Black.
It's metallic black.
No, it's onyx black.
It
But no one
doesn't
knows.
matter, it's
No one knows
black.
what onyx black is. So
Black.
black it is. Yes. So it's now 4-1.
It's as black as my skin.
Okay. That's probably not the one you do.
That's.
All right.
Okay.
Number 7. Who won the NBA All-Star game? My bad. Who won the NBA All-Star MVP?
Kawhi Leonard.
God dang it. He's getting all the easy questions. I've had 3 about animals and 1 that I knew the answer to.
You've had 3 questions.
All right. It's 4-1. 4-1. Number 8. Going to you, Will.
Okay.
What is the 50th state? Or who is 50th state?
I know it's between 2, and I think it's Alaska.
No.
God dang
Hawaii.
it.
Yes.
I knew it was one of those, but
I knew, dude. It's Cade. Have you met Cade? It was gonna be Hawaii. I didn't.
because like I remember Alaska in the 50s, and then I don't remember when Hawaii became a state.
It was Hawaii.
Same 58. All right.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, honestly.
Whatever.
I should know this, right? Probably. Pay attention.
Wow,
All
I'm
right.
gonna
6-1?
lose. I'm losing, and I don't
5-1.
like this.
5-1.
Well, there's been what question is this? This is 9.
We're going on question 9.
So
there was
there have been yes no it's 6-1.
Yeah.
Because that's 7 questions, and neither of us answered one, so it's 6-1. I'm telling you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We need like a professional score counter here, like next week.
Just get a scoreboard. Put it back there.
Yeah, we could do that.
True.
We could do that.
All right, moving on. Question 9 is going to
Me.
you. Yes. What kind of fish is Nemo?
A clownfish.
That is correct.
I've had 2 answers that everybody knows, and I've only had one right answer because all the other questions.
I knew Hawaii, and I knew the whale.
Okay.
I knew both of them.
You didn't know the whale. You got that one wrong.
No, the first one about the whale.
The largest mammal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not the largest animal.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's my turn.
All right,
Okay.
so 7-1.
Yep.
Question 10. Who was the second president of the United States?
Is it? Hold on. I know. Wait. It is
10, 9.
John Adams.
Yes.
Poop.
Yeah. 7-2. All right, so you can still win. You just have to get, 2 of them right?
Yep.
No, all 3 of them. Because if he gets one of them right, and you get 2, he still goes ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question 11. What type of fruit is a banana?
What do you mean, what type of fruit?
What type of fruit is a banana?
It's, hanging fruit.
No. Go ahead.
It is a banana.
No. Y'all keep going.
I don't understand
Y'all
what the
keep going.
question is.
Hold on.
Like,
what type of fruit?
Like how?
Well, hangs off a vine. It's like it's on a banana tree.
All right, so what else hangs off a vine? Other things.
A grape.
All right, keep going.
Grapefruit.
Keep
No,
going. Keep going. Keep collaborating.
It's like how a watermelon is a melon. He's asking like that.
An apple is an apple. Like I don't.
If you give up, tell me.
I'm not going to give up until I absolutely have to.
All right.
Is
Keep
it
going. What things hang off a tree, right? Not leaves, obviously, but like
stick fruit?
no,
Tree fruit.
no,
Tree.
Branch fruit.
no.
Are we anywhere close?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you have the answer?
I do have the answer.
A vine fruit.
No.
A sprout fruit.
No.
A peel fruit.
No. It's not something fruit. It's one word. Note that.
Potassium.
No. Tell me if you don't ever give up.
We're not going to get this within the next decade.
Yeah, I know.
It's a berry.
A banana is not a berry.
A banana is a berry.
That's
Look
the
it up
dumbest
after
thing
this.
I've ever
I
heard.
know. I believe you.
A banana's a berry. I promise you.
believe
All right, ready? Number 12. Ready? What is the name of the Hawaiian fish?
Kahuna.
What? No.
Hawaiian fish?
Yeah.
Catfish.
No.
Oh, I heard Alaska.
Trout.
No.
I don't know why I heard
It's
Alaska.
26 letters long.
Swordfish.
No.
Halapuli Vati Vaitai.
No.
Halakaluniaha.
No. If you
Halibut.
If you watch High School Musical, you know this. You know this one. Hard for Hawaiian.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Halibut, because that's Alaska.
All right, here. If you guys can give me the first letter and the last letter of this, I'll give you it. So you're
H and A.
Whoa, that's correct.
What?
What? That was correct. It's right. It's humu humu nuku nuku apua.
What?
I learned that on. Oh my God! I learned that. No, I learned that on Octonauts.
Yes, let's go.
How'd you get that?
I don't know. Yes. I was like, okay, Hawaii starts with an H, ends with an A. Hawaii.
It's an I.
Okay, dude, I don't know. I don't know.
Take one point for that. All right.
Last question.
I meant to put that question last, but we'll go this one. This is the first question, right? Who has the most interceptions in NFL history?
Mel Blount.
No.
Paul Krause.
Yes.
I know. I wasn't gonna get it.
10-4. Sorry.
That was a rigged game. He had all the easy questions.
10-5. I'll give him that. 10-5.
10-5.
He had all of the easy questions,
You
and
had
I got.
whale. You had a bunch of easy questions. You had one
It's not
hard
my fault that you
question.
can't
You
answer
had
this
one
simple
hard
question.
question, you bum. You
All
just
right.
couldn't answer it right.
All right.
Whatever.
Loser.
Rematch.
Loser. Nah, I don't need a rematch from you. I faced you twice and I've beaten you twice. I don't need no
Hey,
rematch.
pretty soon, I'm gonna put me over there, right? I'm gonna go against Jordan.
You know the question.
He can make the questions next
I'll
week.
make the questions.
No, not. We'll do that the very last show.
Yeah.
That'll be the end of the show.
The freaking gauntlet.
Senior send-off.
All right.
It'll be the senior send-off.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
3 seconds. We'll be in the back on our seats for game picks. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, Will.
Yes. Those are the losers, because I am the champion.
The streak
again.
continues. Dude, this is like the Undertaker streak. You know he went like he went like a lot.
He went like 20-0 at WrestleMania.
He shouldn't have lost to Brock Lesnar.
His streak is like my 2K streak. Almost. No. Almost unbeatable.
I'm just kidding.
I am unbeatable.
All right.
Except you almost got beat last week.
True. Christian, for watching this, blew the lead, man. It's all right. All right. Time for game picks. This is for the NBA Thursday games. This is the first games back from the All-Star break. Not a lot on the schedule. We'll start with Bucks at the Pistons. George?
Bucks.
Bucks.
I don't know why that took me so long.
Yeah, I was
thinking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I was like, what are you talking about?
The Bucks at the Pistons, yeah.
The Bucks, yeah.
You know, let me just say something. The least favorite part about NBA game picks is that it's so blatantly obvious who's going to win unless it's like the 8th, and the 9th team. But the Bucks are going to win this one.
Bucks are going to... I almost hit you.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right, Heat at the Hawks.
Heat.
Oh, the Hawks.
Give me the Hawks.
Dang.
What? I like the Hawks. They beat the Clippers.
I like Trae Young.
I think Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are going to kill.
Probably, but
I like Trae Young. All right.
they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, I like Mitchell Robinson. That doesn't mean the Knicks are good.
That's true.
I like the Aaron Fox. Doesn't mean that.
The Kings suck.
Hey, the Kings have the best Jam Page in the world. All right.
But we have the best three-point shooter in the NBA. So.
You don't have Trae Young.
You know Steph Curry?
The healthy one. The one who won the three-point contest, but he healed.
All right, if Curry was there.
Okay, buddy.
All right, Hornets at the Bulls.
The Hornets.
Give me the Bulls.
The Bulls.
Nets at 76ers. I don't know.
Did
why.
you just say the 49ers?
I said the 49ers. I saw Herbs. I was like, yeah, that's the 49ers.
Give me the 6 Nets.
Give me the Nets, too.
Give me the 76ers. The Nets don't have Kyrie.
The 76ers don't have chemistry.
Yeah, but talent-wise, they.
Yeah, talent. Yeah, why do you think? But they were the 7th seed at one point earlier this month. So yeah.
But the Nets don't have Kyrie.
But the Nets have chemistry as a team, unlike the Sixers.
Is it? Where is it? Is it at?
It's at Philadelphia.
The 76ers have 2 losses at home this year.
And go.
Your Kings versus. Oh, you know, it'd been better if it was at Edwards. Grizzlies at Kings.
Grizzlies.
In my soul, I want to say the Kings, so I will say the Kings. So I'm going with the Kings.
All right, pretty simple. Grizzlies. And the Rockets at the Warriors.
The Rockets.
Rockets.
Yeah, give me the Rockets. The Warriors are terrible this year.
Yeah. All right.
Draymond is overrated.
All right.
It was a good show. Next week, we're going to have some combine stuff because it is next week.
It is.
Came real fast. It's,
Draft season, baby. Already have my mock draft out. I'm ready. We're going to talk about that next week, my mock draft.
Yes.
Also, catch it on Undefeated. We're going to talk about that next week as well.
It'll probably be Undefeated more, so check
We will tell everyone my 40 time.
Not good.
10-4-2.
All right. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.